Look at this, guys. This is crazy. Oh, wow. No way.
So this is our second pond, also a sand pond.
This is so cool. We're in the middle of the desert. It's 115 degrees Celsius. No, not Celsius, Fahrenheit. You created a tropical garden and koi pond.
So yeah, we have I think it was 11,000 gallon. We have a sunken seating area with the viewing window. It's also a sand pond. This one, unlike the other one had gold and gray sand. This has all white quartz sand. Yeah, the client just wanted you know, a lot of different viewing areas for waterfalls and wanted to create this really cool spot over this way, which was to basically mimic like a cenote in Mexico, like you would see in Tulum and stuff like that. So it's a sunken area where we have waterfall coming in, brings the sound a little closer to where they hang out. Yeah, so this eventually will have a different kind of fish. Right now it doesn't have very many fish other than the babies that were born here. But eventually we'll have a different type of tropical fish in here. Yeah, so we got a couple of high fin sharks. I think those guys were put in earlier this year actually. So yeah, we do have 2 of those guys. The rest of them are all koi. The larger ones we brought in, and all the baby ones were born here. Basically, this was in his head for years, and he was trying to find the right builders that could actually do it. When they found us on social media, he wanted something that not only drew you out from the house, where when you look out the windows, you want to go see it, but it also, we brought it in towards the house so that, you know, when you're hanging out here nearby the kitchen, dining room, and all that stuff, it really ties it all in together. So
Just met the owner of the house, very intelligent and kind guy, and we were just had a small discussion. It's not about building the pond for your client, but it's building a pond together with your client.
Absolutely.
And to educate the client what to expect. You can bring certain ideas together, I guess.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it all worked out, right? So he had a vision in his head, what he wanted. He had kind of an idea of the style and everything, and then, you know, he brought us in for the creativity and the filtration and everything else to make it happen. But throughout the whole process, it was always, we kind of had him learning about ponds, about koi, about filtration, about everything, so that, because he wanted to be very hands-on with the project, from the construction all the way to, you know, now he maintains his own pond. He was always very hands-on. Like you said, he's super smart, very knowledgeable. So it came really quick, and pretty soon we were both, you know, sitting down here looking at the project happen, and you know, we're talking like we're both in the same industry. So it was really cool. It was a really neat experience to work with him.
So we have a great seating area there, and you told me in the car a story about the glass that you have used for this.
Yeah, so this glass, one, it took us forever to get. This build was started happening at the very beginning of the pandemic. So a lot of the glass companies had shut down, and anybody that had the ability to create rounded glass at this size was either out of business, or they just stopped doing it. So we found a company that was still willing to work with us on making it happen. They made it happen, and because of the heat, had it been in a cooler area, we probably never would have experienced it, but it actually ended up having some air bubbles in between the laminate. So right as the project was getting finished up and temperature started heating up, we started realizing that there was air bubbles in between, so there's some blemishes in the glass, and we ended up actually having to send out and order a new glass. Yeah, this glass alone, it was quite a bit.
I think you learn from every single project you do. It's with everything. I have it with the editing of my videos, that sometimes you want to do things different, or you learn things. In this case, it's the environment that was one of the challenges to keep this fish healthy. The fish aren't afraid. There's a really nice tensho showa in there. We got some great hitsuri, ginger hitsuri. There's kujaku in here, asagi, all lovely varieties, and that's really cool. So then we have this part of the garden. This is actually a very nice spot to stay because you have the wind. So also for you, Savvy, I know it's hot. Thank you for helping me out today again. This is actually such a cool place. You have the water feature going down here with the waterfall into the pond, and if you see this view, this is awesome. Beautiful done. So you got 2 waterfalls, right?
Yeah, so there's actually 3. There's a wetlands filter there that drops into there. And then there is, this is actually another waterfall. They're actually separate, which then splits. And then this one ties back in with that one, goes in there. And then we have that 3rd one there.
Unbelievable. I look at this view. This is...
Here at this project, we used, so all the stone that you see, it's all Arizona top rock. So it's all surface select rock. It's hand-picked out at the quarries. And actually, we've gotten to a point where we have our own section in a quarry to pick out most of the large boulders. So this Arizona top rock, it's hard to get stone. You would think, you know, we're surrounded by rocks and we're surrounded by sand and everything, but it's mainly sandstone here in Las Vegas. So it's very hard to get a stone that can withstand the water and do very well here. So we bring this in from Arizona, and I think this project total, I want to say that we ended up using almost 40 tons of boulders. There's some really large boulders here. As you can imagine, both houses were from the neighbors were already built, so the logistics were quite difficult. You can't fit a large machine. We actually ended up knocking out half of his wall to allow a machine that was big enough to come in here and set some of the boulders. So yeah, logistics-wise, we had a lot of little bumps. So the project ended up taking almost, it almost went to a year because of, so we were building right in the middle of COVID. So truckers were hard to get, right? So any kind of shipping, anything like that was very difficult to get. So it was hard to bring in the rock, hard to bring in the sand. As far as materials and stuff like that, even just PVC parts were very difficult to get. So, you know, it was delay after delay after delay after delay. The labor force, as I'm sure everybody that watches you would know, right? It was very hard to find labor. So the project took longer than expected, but you know what? The
result is there.
Yeah, the details and mainly the client, you know, the client being happy with exactly what he got, and that was kind of the goal, was to give him his dream yard. One
thing that I want to point out is the wood, how you curve the wood around the house, like around the shape of the house, because it's like a U form. Yep. And then you have that nice wooden bridge, and then slowly goes into that lower part of the pond where you have that pure white beach sand. You said it already, like Tulum vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, really cool. I know this is, I don't talk prices on my videos. This is of course an expensive project, but for me it's about showing people what they can do, also with smaller budgets, but that everything is possible. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for showing me these amazing ponds today. I really love this, and yeah, maybe we do some more videos in the future. So guys, thank you so much. Before we end the video, only 62% of you guys are subscribed, so subscribe, help me out to 1 million subscribers, and don't forget to watch this video and let me know what you think of this amazing koi pond built by Hector and his crew. Bye.